What's up, everybody? Professional Wrestler Chris Wild back here with another video. No, I can't believe that I'm actually going to address this and have a video about this. But this Andy Reid shit, this Andy Reid stuff is absolutely driving me nuts. I went from watching last week's conference championship games to actually rooting for Andy Reid. Because let me get this straight right now. From the year 2000 and up, Andy Reid, Jim Johnson, Donovan McNabb, those guys reignited my passion from when I was a little kid to going to the games and really making me this super fan of the Philadelphia Eagles. Andy Reid gave me so many great memories. I paid like $400 to sit at the very top of the 700 level at Veterans Stadium for that last championship game with the guy behind me throwing up everywhere. I mean, Andy Reid, the division championships, the fact that we weren't in the basement like the Redskins or like the Cowboys. We had just the pickle juice game. I mean, so many great moments under Andy Reid, but at the same time, the disappointments that I had forgotten about because of our Super Bowl win in 2017, which I'll get to in a minute, were great too. They really were. But with all that being said, I was still rooting for Andy Reid because of all the great times that he gave us as Eagles fans to get his first ring next week against the 49ers. And somehow the Philadelphia media, WIP, sports radio WIP is the main culprit, has almost made me turn, do an about face and want the 49ers to win Sunday. The ass-kissing of Andy Reid is just insane. They're actually doing Thursday an Andy Reid Appreciation Day. First off, the Eagles aren't in the Super Bowl. Let's get that straight right now. Because Andy Reid's there does not mean that the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. It has nothing to do with the Philadelphia Eagles. You see, when Andy Reid was here, he couldn't get the job done. That same game that I talked about going to, the last game at the Vet against Tampa Bay, the Eagles lost. It was one of the worst moments as a fan to sit there and to be as disappointed as I was. They lost that game. They lost against the Carolina Panthers in the championship game. They lost the Super Bowl against the New England Patriots. So I don't get it. Yes, great for Andy. He's got a chance to win the Super Bowl for the first time since 2004 when he went. It's now 2020. I mean, let's give it a break. I mean, these guys, WIP has a guy on the radio as we speak. His name's Joe Giglio. This guy is one of the biggest dopes I have ever listened to in my life. And he comes up with these stupid hot takes that are so dumb. I can't believe that he's actually still on the radio because they're not hot takes at all. He was trying to compare yesterday Andy Reid to Doug Peterson, saying that he actually said Andy Reid's a better coach than Doug Peterson because he won more games. Of course he did. Doug has been a coach for 4 years, and Andy's been a coach for 20. Today, I turn on the radio leaving the gym, and I hear him say that we put too much into championships as grading a person's career. That's why you play the game. You know, he's saying, anyone that thinks Doug Peterson right now is a better coach than Andy Reid is because of just one miraculous day in February where Nick Foles had the best game of his career. Dude, and there's a lot of fans that feel the same way. Are you insane? There's one thing as Eagles fans that we've always wanted. That was that Super Bowl championship. And Doug Peterson did it in 2 years. Andy Reid hasn't done it in 20 years. Now look, and again, I'm not here to kiss Doug's ass, but this comparison now, Doug Peterson or Andy Reid is ridiculous too. Like I said, Doug had not even a quarter of the time that Andy's been a coach has Doug been a coach. And guess what? You look at what Doug's been since he's been here, 2016, taking a rookie in Carson Wentz, who wasn't even supposed to start the season until that last week, and going 7-9. And then coming back the next year, the very next year, his second year as a coach, and winning the whole damn thing with a great team after your starter MVP quarterback goes down, after you lose your left tackle, after you lose your middle linebacker, after you lose one of your star running backs. They still won and beat the greatest dynasty, let's be honest, in professional sports, not named the Yankees, that being the New England Patriots. Doug Peterson did that. Now, let's talk about Doug. Let's talk about him. Then the next year, what happens? He loses his entire secondary. His entire secondary has no receivers. Carson Wentz hurries back, gets hurt again, and somehow Doug Peterson not only gets to the playoffs, but beats this vaunted Chicago Bears defense in Chicago. And if it's not for Alshon Jeffrey, dropping a pass and getting it intercepted. Who knows where the Eagles would have went from there? And I don't have to go over this year. You've all seen it. It's very recent. He brought a practice squad team to beating a Dallas Cowboys team, a healthy Dallas Cowboys team that had all pros all around, won the East. And if his quarterback doesn't get cheap shotted in the first quarter of that Seattle game, there's no doubt in my mind that they win big there too. So let's put Doug's year's first 4 up against Andy's. You can't put his 4 up against Andy's 20. Again, is Andy a great coach? Hell yeah, absolutely. I can't take anything away from him. I wanted him to win. Now I'm kind of like, and especially after he blocked Mike Kafka from getting an interview for offensive coordinator here, I am really kind of flipping the side and going, you know what? I just want to shut all these people up talking about how much better Andy Reid is than Doug and how Andy Reid is. Everyone's acting like he's the best coach ever. I mean, let's not forget. And again, I can't say it enough. I appreciate everything he did here. He gave me some amazing years as a fan. But let's not forget, he had Jim Johnson, one of the best defensive coordinators ever. He had an awesome defense. He had a guy in Donovan McNabb, and I've talked about Donovan on this channel before. But when Donovan came out, there weren't many guys like him that could do what he could do, other than maybe Michael Vick and to a certain point Dante Culpepper. But Dante was like the dollar store version of McNabb. But McNabb, with his legs and with his ability, I mean, won Andy a lot of games. Let's not forget that. Now let's go to Kansas City, okay? Let's go to Kansas City. He falls into the same position with Pat Mahomes, who is unlike anybody right now besides Lamar Jackson. Pat Mahomes is playing on an absolute different level and has won Andy a lot of games. And again, it takes two. I don't want this to be a video where I'm trash talking or discounting Andy Reid, but enough is enough, Philadelphia, with this Andy Reid shit. Enough is enough kissing his ass. Yes, we can root for him to win the Super Bowl because he coached here. But let's end it there. This appreciation days, and they've got him all over the media. I mean, you would think he was still our coach. And then, how's Doug Peterson feel? What? I'm sure he's happy for his mentor. But, this is, before I end this video, this one. There's actually, I've read articles where guys, I think NJ.com might have been one of the articles where they have said that Andy Reid helped us win the Super Bowl in 2017. That Andy Reid helped us win because he talked the Eagles into hiring Doug and he talked Nick Foles out of retirement. This has gotten way too, you've got to be kidding me. This has gone way, way too far. Andy Reid had absolutely zilch, zero, nothing to do with us winning that Super Bowl. That was that team. That was Doug Peterson and Doug Peterson's coaching staff. Okay? That's like us saying that Chip Kelly should have something to do with that Super Bowl ring. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have gotten rid of Deshaun and LaShawn and caused that domino effect of Doug having to be fired. I mean, it's just insane takes like this. I know what the news must be slow around Philadelphia, even though there's a huge offseason coming up. But this stuff has got to stop. It's to the point, and I'm not there yet, but it's to the point where I almost just want the 49ers to win this Super Bowl, to shut everybody up about Andy Reid. It's just, I had to vent here, guys. I'm sorry, but it's driving me nuts. Andy Reid is driving me just as nuts right now as he did his last couple years in Philadelphia, which were atrocious. 8-8 and 4-12. Some of the worst years as a fan. I'm done. Guys, please like, subscribe. You know the deal. You know the drill. Again, man, we got a huge offseason coming up. A lot of money to spend. A lot of draft picks. Still no offensive coordinator. Thanks to Andy Reid, because we wanted Mike Kafka, but Andy put the old block down. I guess everybody's okay with that, obviously. Hopefully Jim Caldwell rolls in here soon. If not, I'm not sure what they're going to do. But I'll be back. Again, thanks for watching. Go Birds and go Niners? Maybe.